Hello everyone, this is Zoltar and welcome to another episode of Darkest Dungeon. Today we're going to be diving on into the Weald with Leal, Vinedragon, Russell, and Foisart. They're just going to be hunting down this moon ring for us by activating 3 infected corpses, which apparently we need to detoxify. And let's hop right to it. Plenty of food, medium run, we can bring plenty of food, not a big deal. Plenty of shovels because it's the Weald, anti-venom for good measure, a couple keys, and plenty of torches because this place can get pretty stupidly difficult to navigate sometimes. That should just about do it. Alright. Narrator's being suspiciously quiet right now, but since he's not talking, I guess we can go ahead and cover some stuff. Okay, our cultist is getting excited already. Fantastic. What I want to talk about is the fact that this is probably going to be my last Darkest Dungeon run
Is the trap maker's art.
for a while.
Efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Basically what I want to do from here, while we kill off these ectoplasm, is I would like to, at some point, finish the last couple of bosses, which I don't think should be too big of a reach, right? We should be able to do that without too much difficulty. Finishing off those last 2 bosses that are currently available, and then I'll probably just shut it down for a while and make sure that I'm all set up for when new content releases, and then when new content hits, we'll go ahead and do that. But for now, I'm just not going to worry about it. Anti-venom now. Yeah, whatever.
A singular strike. A victory. Perhaps a turning point.
Anyways, basically, we're getting to this point where most of what would be in the game, most of what we would be showing, is just the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And I don't really see the point in that. So I'm going to go ahead and stop doing the episodes except for those last 2 boss attempts, basically. We're going to attempt the bosses and we'll show the boss runs until we succeed on those. And then once we finish those up, we'll just be waiting for things like the new classes to come out, new zones, that sort of thing. And then we can start up again. But I figure we may as well just wait until then. And that way we can cover other stuff that's maybe a bit more interesting and relevant than just the same Darkest Dungeon over and over and over and over and over. But I would like to go ahead and get to the point where I'm going to be very well set up for those new things coming in. And so I'll probably be doing quite a lot of progression just on my own separately, in having nice groups set up so that we can take on things like the Arbalist and the Man-at-Arms and the Houndmaster when they all enter the game. We're just not necessarily going to record all of it, because I don't see the point. So that's just kind of an FYI, so that everybody is aware of what the plan is going forward. And hopefully all of that recorded correctly, because I'm pretty sure I actually saw a couple drops in there, so I'll have to check all this later and see if it's even uploadable. Hopefully it will be.
The bigger the beast.
Well, not going to say no to that crit. Could I have upgraded these things any further? I don't think so. Like, this guy's still level 3, this guy's still level 3, so that's what's going on there. And we have the 2 level 4s in the middle who actually do have upgraded gear. Alright, let's keep moving forward. Trying to find those infected corpses. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rooms to actually explore remaining, so this shouldn't be too bad. We dodged that trap. We're not getting a whole lot of luck in the scouting, which is unfortunate, and we've had to eat at a less than opportune time, but oh well. We'll just keep moving on forward. It's kind of the level 3 dungeons. These ones I think were the absolute easiest. Like level 3 dungeons where you've got a decent amount of gear, your abilities are generally upgraded, you're fairly strong.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
That could actually be good. It's a little risky, though. So I think I'm just going to toss it for the crests. It was plus damage, plus speed, but like minus resist, affliction, minus resist stress. It's a little worrying, quite frankly. Beast carcass. Let's grab the food from it. Sure, why not? Yeah. And do we leave the emerald? Nah, let's just use the torches and take the emerald. That's fine. But yeah, so these level 3 runs really shouldn't be too terribly difficult. I've found that they're generally the easiest of the set. Level 5 runs, things can just go wrong enough to really mess you over, apparently. And then the level 0/1 stuff, well, you're level 0, what do you expect? You know, you're pretty weak, as it turns out. It's been a while since I've dealt with a large amount of ectoplasm, so this is a nice change of pace, at least. We've generally been avoiding the Weald for a long time after we got the blacksmith fully upgraded and we didn't have to worry about it anymore. I'm very much looking forward to the cove hitting, though, so we can get that new area, and then finally, eventually, you know, with the actual release of the game, the Darkest Dungeon. There's a lot of really nice stuff on the way. It's just not here yet, you know what I mean? I'm very interested in it happening, though. I think that was 2 corpses down, right? Yes, 2 corpses down. We'll go ahead and dig up the grave. Thank you. No deeds, thank you. Don't think we need any of those right now. And we could just turn around, but I guess we'll just go into the room and then turn around. That way we don't get all that extra stress from backing up, because backing up down an entire hallway can give you quite a lot of stress, as it turns out. Now, unfortunately, to go along with the fact that I'm not going to be doing stuff until new content comes out after we clear the bosses, I actually don't know when new content's coming out. I tried to look into it a little bit. I couldn't find anything particularly helpful in that area, unfortunately. It just... Internet wasn't cooperating with me when it came to that. They may have just not announced anything yet, which would make a lot of sense. You don't want to hold yourself into anything you can't actually stick to. So that wouldn't surprise me at all. But it is just a little unfortunate.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the
Oh, that's disgusting. That's kind of why I'm actually thinking about just leveling this group for the bosses, because, man, these guys could take down the Swine King pretty easily if that kind of stuff happens. Well, they're surprised. Their speed's only 4. I think I'm going to try area of effect stuff. I'll just kill this one. That works. Not quite enough. Come on, bounty hunter. Yes. He's all about the crits right now, apparently. I actually seriously think that for the bounty hunter, in the fashion that we're using him, combining him with the occultist, like, things like this focus ring are incredible because they increase crit chance. And crit chance is pretty important because, as far as I can tell, as we've discussed before, I think, crits always are also, they're not just double damage, but they're max damage. Like, whenever you crit something, you're just guaranteed to do max damage. Let's see if this has anything good in it. Oh, crests. That'll work.
Trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
And so, if you can just beef up his crit chance to massive amounts and then deal double damage on top of that, because you're collecting bounty on a marked target, it's just, oh, it's dumb. We'll ignore the beast carcass, not worried about it. Shovel, please. I should rest at some point. I haven't felt the need because, like, this level of run is just so easy. It's very strange. Like the jump from here to the next level. Occasionally we will get in trouble, and we might this fight, honestly, but like, a lot of these fights just aren't that big a deal, ever. See, that's what I'm talking about. The difference between 19 and 56 is insane. And so if we can just beef up that crit chance to roll 56 as often as possible, I think that's our best bet for abusing this combination in particular. Oh, get dodged. Nobody cares. Rain of Blight, I might have to actually care about. Yeah, we got a little blighted. Okay. Hopefully the bounty hunter will roll well on damage and be able to mostly tear through the giant. I'm not sure exactly how much damage he rolls on collect bounty, though. I'm just not going to worry about it. We're going to toss out some Abyssal Artillery. Okay, 18 to 28 is his basic. So we won't kill. And see, we've been rolling actually terrible damage if it's 18 to 28, and we rolled two 19s. We rolled way below average, and that's pretty much the entire reason he's still alive. That crit will work, though. It also leads me to want to fight in the dark with this group more, because of just the ridiculous amount of benefit we get off of critting with our bounty hunter. It's pretty ridiculous. Now, I really am tempted to remove the Brawler's Gloves at some point and figure out something else to put there, but I just don't know what to use in the short term for that. It's interesting how he bleeds a bit when we hit him with our Paper of Magic Light. I don't really get that. And everybody's blighted. Oh well. Oh, come on. 1 HP Crone. At least that's not that big a deal. Yeah, he's marked. He can't dodge. Nobody cares. Kill you with the flashbang? Because I can.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Well, that's unfortunate. We'll just keep moving. We'll stay in the dark. A little bit worried about all this blight we're dealing with, but not worried enough to use anti-venom, apparently. Let's just use anti-venom. You've just got 3 damage left. That's fine. Okay. I don't think we need to vulnerability anything. That'll work as a start. Let's just keep tearing through everything. I also need to consider this idea that when I can't mark something, it would be worthwhile to aim for stuns with these two, because the bounty hunter can abuse that as well for extra damage. Unfortunately, we did not get lucky in which one actually got a turn, and we've taken 20 damage from groping swipes. Unlikely as that may be. Good, we got the stun. Yeah, we'll go for a cut. Not really what we were looking for, but fine. I really didn't expect him to crit again. Uh-huh. Well, we can just toss this key. I'm kind of okay with that. Do we take the Onyx? If I find one more Onyx, it's worthwhile to take the Onyx. But if we find, like, I'll stick to the gold. It's less risky to stick to the gold. Go ahead and eat some food just to heal up a bit. Clears up another inventory slot. I should have done that before pitching the 1,000 gold worth of Onyx. But sometimes I'm an idiot and that happens. They're getting surprised a lot. I don't really know why that is. But I am curious about it. Good. That's what we were hoping for. Also what we were hoping for. Oh, worked rather well. I could have healed a little bit. Might have been an intelligent thing to do. But that's not something you can accuse me of all the time. Look, I would have had 3 Onyx. What do you know? Oh, mistakes were made. Okay, so there's got to be 1 corpse left in these 3 hallways and/or rooms. I guess we really should rest, shouldn't we? I mean, I know we have no stress, very little damage, because that's just the level of run we're at, but still. Maybe we can just wait to the end and recover as much as we can of our stress and not worry about our hit points. I don't even know what kind of skills this group has for that. Well, eating is not a bad thing. Heal up a little bit. We've got plenty of food left. I don't see any reason to really rest at this point. We don't have to at all. I don't see any big benefit to it. We are surprised this time. That's unfortunate. Don't really want to fight these 2 off. I guess we have to kill one of them at least, but I don't want to target both of them down. We'll just go after the cutthroats. Doing a lot of critting back here, aren't we? Interesting that he rolled for 22 there instead of 30. I think he probably has a buff to his damage. Yeah, he has buff to damage to beasts. Things of that nature. That may have contributed. Let's just... Do we just move around? Yeah, let's just move around. Can't collect bounty, but we can finish him. Little damage. Not near so good, but we are rolling really low on our bounty hunter damage today. I don't know what that's about. Yep, blanket fire. That's hurting. It's really frustrating just how much damage Vine Dragon has taken during all of this. It's like he's pretty much the only one taking any amount that's noteworthy, but it is a lot, and we do have to pay attention to it. Rushed shot, good. It's exactly the kind of thing we want to see. Unfortunately, we can't heal from here, so we'll just try and tear through this bat guy. Hopefully we can take him down before he blanket fires. No such luck, of course. Yes, yes, you are almost dead, which is actually kind of a problem. And I desperately need to heal you, because it would be really unfortunate to use you, or lose you to just such a ridiculous string of horrible events happening. Heal. There we go. I think I should actually... Okay, we can move the bounty hunter around to here. Now we can heal again. Hit for 10, that's good. We can heal again. You're stunned. You can stay that way for all I care. At your 1 hit point, which is actually beneficial to us for once. And unfortunately, I have to dance around a little bit in order to keep you alive. Good. That was a big, massive heal. Works for me. Do a little heal. And finish you off.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
We'll stick to this. Now we'll take the gold. We're going to find more Onyx just to punish me for that decision, but that's fine. Sure, use torch, why not? Just keep it dark instead of pitch black. I think that's fine. Not worried about it. An occultist thingy. I have no memory of what these do. It's been so long since we've been in the Weald. I want to try setting it on fire. I know it's not going to work, but I always want to be able to set things on fire. I don't understand why I can't. Oh. Well, that was interesting. I don't think I've seen that one before. And, of course, we run right into a trap and get blighted. At least we have anti-venom for that, so it's not a big deal. Really? Nothing? The very last room, huh? I hope it wasn't one of those two things and I just passed over it. I think I was paying attention, but I might not have been. Because I know that one of them was a carcass-looking thing, but I'm pretty sure it was a carcass that was just a normal carcass and not a special quest carcass, from what I was seeing. I'm just hoping we can area of effect these down, or we can just do this. And then just you with your 1 hit point left, jerk. See, simple, easy. No loot. And there it is. That's what we're after. We just gotta tear through these last ectoplasms for it. Yeah, vulnerability hex. Sounds good. Go ahead and heal a little bit, actually. Just to be on the safe side. 23 damage. That's more what I'm talking about. That'll work for me. And we're going to have to Holy Lance our way forward, which means we won't be able to collect bounty again, unfortunately, but it happens. Not even a kill. Sad. What? Oh, I hate how much influence crits have. I really do. There we go. I guess apparently we could still collect bounty. It's 3 slots, not 4. I was wrong about that. That's a fortunate thing to be wrong about. But man, seriously? Like 1 crit doing 2/3 of my life in damage? That gets old. That is an old thing about this game that I would be okay with going away. The Death's Door mechanic kind of helps with that. This general idea of, well, you're not actually dead yet, and it takes 1 more hit. But man, it can get kind of ridiculous.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Alright. Unfortunately, this means we don't have as much loot to bring back because it took us to the last room, and now we're going to camp, so that was 2 slots that we weren't using the whole time. There.
And vulnerable.
We fixed all our stress. We'll use Sanctuary. We'll use Bless just in case there's a fight. I should really heal up a little bit. Wound Care will work. Wound Care again. Just in case there's a fight. Hopefully there won't be, and Sanctuary will work.
The promise of safety.
And we just pop on out of there with our Moon Ring, which would have been really helpful for that run, as it turns out, but, you know. just encourages us to go on more runs like it later. Flawed release, Warrior of Light. Warrior of Light doesn't really work well with the moon item, but whatever. Warren's Adventurer and Egomania. Could have been worse, I guess.
My obsession caused this great foulness, and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
Alright, so there was the last of the Darkest Dungeon episodes for now, except for the 2 boss kills. So we will be back, hopefully before too terribly long, to take down the Swine God. Quite possibly with this group that we've just been using, Revere, Vine Dragon, Russell, and Foythart, because I think they could be pretty good at it, and then I think we are going to stick to the basic Hellion, Leper, Jester, Vestal setup in order to kill us a Hag Witch. But until then, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.